This morning, the state attorney general says he's holding a Rocky Hill apartment complex accountable. People living at the Beacon, formerly known as the concierge apartments, were evacuated for unsafe living conditions in February. And now there's an agreement in place to maintain it. Your reporter, Katie Cohen, is there to explain the changes. Good morning.
Good morning, Tracy. Well, there has been a months-long investigation into the management company that owns the Beacon Apartments. You might remember it as the concierge from our previous reporting. This new settlement between the Attorney General and the management company is hoping to keep everyone who lives here safe.
Pipes bursting, a bunch of leaks and everything, so it's definitely crazy, evacuations and stuff.
That was the reality for tenants of the Beacon back in February. The complex was formerly known as the concierge apartments. Most residents were forced into hotels as maintenance crews fixed the issues. Then months later, they got a reimbursement for their hotel, and their rent was waived for a month as part of a $5.1 million financial agreement by Attorney General William Tong and the management company JRK Property Holdings. Now, a second settlement was made requiring the apartment complex to undergo routine property inspections. There are also plans in place to improve plumbing, do elevator maintenance, and to set up meetings between tenants and management.
We have an inspector that we choose that works with concierge and the town and make sure they're compliant with all the commitments that they make and that they have a long-term plan for remediation. The other second thing we really wanted was ongoing communication.
Attorney General William Tong and also the mayor of Rocky Hill say they will continue to hold that management company accountable. I'm your reporter live in Rocky Hill, Katie Cohen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Katie.